Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sabrina and welcome to Surprise Beauty Labs. So on our YouTube channel, we are making a bunch of formulations, simple formulations so you guys can learn how to formulate things like face wash, face moisturizer, and probably like next year we'll get into like hair care stuff. But in this first video, the first formulation that we are making is this lovely Chamomile Micellar water. So micellar water is basically it's like a makeup remover. I use micellar water especially when I don't have wipes, so it's easier because you can just put it on like those makeup remover pads or like the little pads you get from like Target and stuff, and you just take off your makeup. It is very gentle on the skin and you don't have to rinse it off. I normally don't have to rinse it off. Sometimes, like if you're not wanting to wash your face right then and there, you can use a micellar water just to freshen up your face. And this is a very simple formulation that we're going to be making. You don't have to heat anything. You don't need like a very expensive mixer or any of that stuff. These are some simple ingredients that you can easily access. So I will list below in the description all the equipment that I'm using, like my scale, I use like these little stirring rods, my pH meter and all of that. And I'll also list the ingredients and where I buy them from. So most of my ingredients, I buy them from either Making Cosmetics, Formulator Sample Shop, Lotion Crafters, or what's that one? Make Your Own .biz or something, Buzz, I believe, or something like that. That's where I get like my surfactants and oils and stuff. So for different things, I will go to different suppliers basically. But I will list everything in the description. You guys can just follow along too, and I will put the formulation once I'm done talking and you guys will see it. But yeah, this is a very simple formulation to make, and in our next video we're going to be making a lovely face moisturizer, so be on the lookout for that. I will try to post a new formulation every like 1 to 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm new to this, so don't expect a video every week. I will try. If I do make a video every week, it won't be a formulation video. It could be on like a topic that you guys want to learn about, like surfactants, lipids, whatever it is, starting a skincare business, like the ins and outs, pros and cons and all of that. So I can do all of that too. So let's get started. So for our Chamomile Micellar water, we're going to use a phase A and a phase B. So in phase A, we'll be using 91.62% of distilled water, 12% of chamomile hydrosol, 0.15% of EDTA, which is our chelating agent, propanediol, that's going to be our humectant at 4%, goji berry extract at 1%, and then we're going to move to phase B, which will include our broad spectrum preservative Optifin Plus at 1.5%, and then our polysorbate 20, which acts as our solubilizer, and our surfactant at 5%. So for this formulation, I'm going to be using a beaker. I believe this was either a 250 or 200 ml beaker, and it's usually the easiest thing I can use if I'm making a small batch. So the first ingredient we'll be using is propanediol. This is a humectant that helps to moisturize the skin and also softens the skin. Another great benefit is that it increases the efficacy of your preservative in your product. The next ingredient we'll be using is EDTA. This is a chelating agent that is used to bind to metal ions in your product, and it helps to improve the efficacy of your preservative also. Now this is optional. I know a lot of people might not want to use this, but I typically like to use this in my products. hydrosol, we'll be using Chamomile hydrosol, and this hydrosol has soothing properties which can help soothe the skin, inflammation, redness, and helps to calm the skin. Now you can use any hydrosol you want, or if you don't have a hydrosol, you can just replace that with some distilled water. So now we'll be moving on to phase B of our formulation. The extract of choice that we'll be using for our micellar water is going to be goji berry extract, and this extract has stimulating, toning, and anti-aging properties. Now you can replace this with any extract that you have on hand, but I'll be using the goji berry for this one. So to make your micellar water, you're going to need some form of a surfactant. So we'll be using our polysorbate 20, which is a solubilizer, but it also is a surfactant. And you definitely need a surfactant because that's going to be the star key ingredient to helping remove that makeup that's on your face. Last ingredient we'll be using is a broad spectrum preservative. My preservative choice for this formulation will be Optifin Plus. And when you're picking your preservatives, make sure you're looking at what pH it is best at. So from reading on Lotion Crafters, it states that Optifin Plus is best for formulations below 6. And our goal for this formulation will be between 5 to 5.5, but it said that it also can work with pH over 6, so that's kind of a little confusing, but it seems to work well with this formulation. So now we'll just be mixing our phase B into our phase A, and then we're gonna mix it all together. So testing the pH of your products is very important. So when I first took the pH, it was not where I wanted it to be. The pH was at 4.84, so I wanted it a little bit higher. So I'll show you guys what ingredient I'll be using to increase the pH. So we'll be using TEA. I can never pronounce the long name of this, so we're gonna go by TEA. And this is used to increase the pH of your products. You can also use something like sodium hydroxide to increase the product also. So we're just gonna do a couple drops, and you really don't need a lot of this to increase the pH. And then we're gonna mix it and let it sit for about a minute or two, and then we'll recheck the pH again. So after letting it sit, I rechecked the pH and I got about 5.51, so that's actually good enough for me. So we're gonna go ahead and package it into a bottle. So we'll be packaging this in a plastic bullet bottle and then putting a label on there. So this is our finished result, and it is beautiful, and we're gonna put a label. So I created this simple label on Canva, and it literally took me less than 5 minutes to do it. And there you have it. You have a beautiful chamomile micellar water. Okay, so we're gonna test this micellar water, and I'm gonna be using a e.l.f. mascara that I got from Walmart. This is pretty old, but it still has some in there. So I'm just gonna put some on my hand. And I'm using these pads that I use for my rose water toner, and we're gonna just put a little bit of it on there. Okay, maybe I put a little too much, but you guys get the picture. And voila, completely off. And it's all on the pad. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm still kind of learning how to edit and my camera placement for this, so bear with me. I'll get better as time goes on, but I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you're interested in buying any of my private label products, you can go on surprisebeautylabs.com, and we have skincare, hair care, and men's grooming products. And then I also have a retail skincare line called Surprise Skin Essentials, where I sell skincare for men and women, and those products are retail, so those are like my baby. And then I started to do the private label because I had so many questions and inquiries about, oh, do you sell your products, blah blah blah. I didn't want to sell my exact products, but I sold similar products, I would say, that people can buy and sell. Especially because making your products is like a pain in the butt, honestly, at the beginning, especially when you don't know what you're doing. You waste a lot of money, and it's so much easier to get started with private labeling. So if you don't mind, I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe, and in the comment what type of videos you guys want to see, because then that'll help me figure out what type of formulations to make and give me some ideas too. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.